Hey YouTube, I've been doing some experiments with cars, specifically suspension, even more specifically prop suspension. I've seen other people with prop suspension, so I've just been playing around with it a little bit. It seems to work better at higher speeds, for me at least. Like this car going around a corner at 60 miles per hour, the wheels never have any give, and the suspension seems to have, I don't know, it just seems to work a little bit better. And there's not as much to fiddle with as hydraulic suspension. Of course, you lose the advantage of being able to adjust your ride height on the go, but honestly, I didn't use that much. I didn't use that feature that much anyway. I tried to emulate my truck for a first go at prop suspension, and it has leaf springs in the rear and then torsion bar front suspension connected to A-frames. And how I've done this is just a prop that's welded to two wheels for a live rear axle, and then the axle is accessed to these props here, and these props are accessed to the main prop. And if you make the suspension prop weigh a certain amount, it'll have a certain amount of give. The more you make it weigh, the less give it'll have. And you can see here it does indeed have give. And what's happening is these axes, whatever the right word for that is, are flexing away from their origin point. Their origin point is the very end corner right there, but they flex away from that. And all they want to do is get back to their origin point, which they are in their normal position. I don't have a preventer rope or anything like that. I just did collision with the main prop, so when I bottom out, I just hit the axle. Then in the front, I have these pre-stressed torsion bars, and I turned them a certain amount and welded them to the main prop, and they're also axised in the center here, so they turn ever so slightly. They'll turn on that axis when there's enough stress put on them. And then I have these props here which simulate A-frames, and they are axis to the main prop here. You can see you can see the flex point. And then they are welded to the torsion bar. So the torsion bar will flex, and that'll you can kind of see it flexing there. Turns a little bit. It was turning better when I had the torsion bar like straight on the ground, but that didn't give me any ground clearance, so I put it up there, and it still flexes. It just doesn't. You can't see the turning motion as much. But this has the effect of giving a live rear axle suspension in the back with the leaf springs, and independent suspension in the front. You can see right there how it's independent. And like I said, it works pretty good. One problem I was having was you can see the bare spot on the tread there on the wheel. I was having the wheels where they would actually camber out around a corner, so like they would twist outwards a little bit. And another thing was body roll, which this does have body roll, but it doesn't have as much as I was experiencing before. Anyway, the whole system works fairly well. You can kind of see the suspension at work there. It flexes. I'll keep experimenting with prop suspension and see if I can make it simpler and work better. I'll look at real life examples, see what I can come up with. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show this because that's what I'm working on. And if you actually made it this far, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.